That's a nice car, man.
Thanks,
No,
man.
no, just pick me up, I'll take it.
Hey.
I will take it.
Okay.
All right, hey,
All right.
Hey, pick him up. He's coming in.
Move real slow.
Let's
Okay.
go. Hey, keys.
Okay.
Keys.
Absolutely.
Keys.
100.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers.
Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop the gun! Come off of me! Drop the gun!
And fight their way out. This is First Person Defender.
A lot of times on First Person Defender, people think the gun is the answer. Well, sometimes the answer is to just run away. Let's find out what happens with Jake as he leaves his office.
These force-on-force scenarios use training guns that fire non-lethal projectiles.
I got my concealed carry permit back in 2013, and in 2014 I joined the military and deployed overseas, and I've pretty much been carrying a gun ever since. I spent a lot of time on the road, and of course I have mindset training and things like that, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about just going through situations as my day goes along. Okay, if this person's walking up to my window, what am I gonna do if they try to reach in? So it's just looking at each situation and recognizing that just because I plan here doesn't mean that that plan's gonna go into effect. I need to be able to adjust that plan on the fly.
It doesn't sound like Jake has a lot of training. He's been party to some training, he's listened to training, he's thought about training, but he doesn't have a lot of training. But it doesn't mean he's going to do a poor job, because sometimes just training the mind is a big deal.
The reason I carry is that I'm my family's defender, right? I want to be there not only to defend myself, but I have 2 daughters and a wife that I want to be there to defend. God forbid something should happen anywhere we are.
So we've got a scenario set up for Jake. It's relatively simple. We're going to make it a little harder on him because we want to see how he reacts to a man with a knife who's robbing him. Listen, you don't have to be a tough guy all the time. There is a better way sometimes, and that is just run away and live to fight another day. And when someone has a knife, if you can get away from them, that's a great way to handle these things.
Jake is closing up shop as his day ends. His regular routine is interrupted, however, by a stranger with ill intent.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, give me your wallet. Hey.
Index. So tell me what happened.
So I walked out of the office, and guy with a knife, immediately I went straight for my firearm, and when he started coming towards me, that was kind of game on.
Okay, it did. It happened very fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
So did he contact you? What were you thinking the whole time? I mean, what did you think? Did you have time to think?
No, not really. So I went out of the, I kind of looked as I was opening the door, but he was on the side I couldn't see, and right there I could immediately see the knife, and that was that moment, like, oh shit, I gotta go.
Okay. All right. Well, you got away from him pretty fast. The way you backed out of there, he's got a chalk knife, so we can see.
Oh yeah. He definitely got me a few times.
I didn't think you did a bad job, but boy, it did happen fast. Probably because he was so aggressive, you went right to the gun.
Yeah. And again, it was one of those moments of I didn't expect it, and I could immediately see that knife. The distance that he was, I didn't want to take the time to try and see what he needed. It would have been very easy for him to get me if I hadn't started backing away.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The scenario was this: that he was going to try to get the keys from you for the car, and he was not going to cut you unless you made any kind of moves that scared him. Mm-hmm. And,
like reaching for a gun.
Yeah, and you did. And so we got some slashes, we got some cutting going on, and that happened. Knowing that you got a bad trade, all right? You killed the bad guy, you shot him down, no doubt about it, but you got cut up. Mm-hmm. But looking back at it, is there anything that you could have done differently?
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of different things. One, I could have backed into the office again. I still had my hand on the door.
And that was something we were thinking you might do?
Yeah, that was definitely something that I could have done, and it was just kind of, I think the way that that first hey and that's all I really heard, and that was so much, and it was kind of, I wasn't sure if he was moving or not, so, but also I could have just kind of booked it, right? There was nobody else really in the parking lot, so I could have sprinted away from him, and at least put some distance. And if he kept closing in, then that would have given me time to draw and maybe not get a couple of cuts too.
Sure, we could do that. You could draw on retreat.
Yeah.
But at least be retreating forward. Hopefully you're faster than him. But,
definitely faster than backwards.
Having a revolver is great to have in your stable of guns, and Ruger makes a bunch of them. The GP100, the SP100, and my personal favorite, the LCR. Polymer, lightweight, easy to carry. Check out Ruger revolvers. We appreciate their support.
All right, so we're gonna talk just about maybe creating distance, but not like we would normally create distance. In a lot of classes that I've been to and a lot of classes I've taught, you know, tactical classes, when we move forward like this, and when we move backwards like this. But the fact is, when somebody's coming at you and they're running forwards, they can move a lot faster than you can walk backwards, correct?
Definitely.
So we're just gonna talk about running, creating distance, and if the guy keeps coming, sooner or later I've got to get my gun out while I'm hauling the mail, and I've got to get it behind me, and it's probably going to be one-handed shooting, right?
Yep.
When I bolt and I come across and I come out with my gun, it's going to be like that. I'm not going to try to hold it straight up and down, because this is muscular tension. This is me having to actually turn my arm. But if I run and this guy comes after me,
yeah, for sure.
does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
When I come at you, you're gonna start turning to run. Think about how you'd move to your gun. Start moving.
Yep.
Get away from me. Finger gun comes out, not the real gun.
And that'd be there.
Somewhere around there. Now, one of the things we don't want to do is we don't want to run, stop, and then draw. We got to be drawing while we're running. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to clear that gun and get it out, okay? So this is simple, basic stuff that you just really can't do on the range, but we can do it here with these paintball guns.
Yeah.
Okay. So he questions you. He
Hey,
shows
give me
you
your wallet.
Whoa, hey,
Give me your
watch
wallet.
out, man.
Hey, give me your wallet. Give me your wallet.
Say I can't go this way because maybe he's got me against the car or something. So I've got the car against my back. Sir, I don't want any problems with you.
wallet. Give me your wallet, keys,
I got to
whatever
go
you got.
either this way or that way. All right. I don't know which way he's strongest, but I see the knife's in that hand. So I'm thinking I probably want to go opposite of the knife. Hey, well, I'll give you whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. So I could try to get around him. Doesn't have to go fast, it just has to be something. But you can't go back any further because I'm the car.
Okay.
Give me your wallet.
Hey, man,
Give me
I
your
don't want
wallet.
any.
Give me your wallet.
And that time you happen to turn completely around and get two hands on the gun. And that worked out for you. All that matters is that you can create distance, get the gun out of your holster, and get the sights on target. Some semblance of metal on meat.
Yeah.
Dig?
Yeah.
There is no right way, there's no wrong way. But the best thing to do is to get away from the knife as fast as possible, because that last one, you got cut.
All of us need a really nice shooting, very pretty gun, and Kimber makes a lot of those. One of the newest ones is the Rapide Black Ice. This is a customized 9mm 1911. Check them out at kimberamerica.com. We appreciate Kimber's support.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. That's a dynamic application of the fundamentals. But there are two fundamentals that are extremely important in this. One is, can I clear my cover garment with one hand? Can I obtain my master grip, get it out and get it oriented to the target with just one hand? After all, I'm running, I'm swinging my arms, and my forward arm is probably helping to carry my weight forward. There's another thing that I'm concerned about is finding the sights and getting them on the bad guy. So on this pistol, I've got a bright fiber optic up front. I've got a white U-notch in the back. So these things help me find the sights and get them on the target. Because after that, it's all about pressing the trigger. So think about these two things next time you're out at the range.
Crimson Trace really changed the game when it came to lasers on firearms, instinctive activation. And people have really discovered that it's a useful tool for a carry gun. Check out Crimson Trace, add a laser to your carry pistol, it'll make a difference.
First Person Defender brought to you by Springfield Armory, GunDealio.com, and Ruger. Jake is again closing his shop. Is he able to utilize the training and distance himself from danger?
No, just pick me up there. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? No, you pick me up there, you'll be good. Yeah. Hey, you guys closing up?
What was that?
Are you closing up?
Yeah, we're closed up for the night.
Is that your car?
That is.
That's a nice car, man.
Thanks,
No,
man.
just pick me up. I'll take it. Hey, I will take it.
Okay.
All right, hey, pick him up. He's coming in.
Real slow.
Let's
Okay.
go. Hey, keys.
Okay.
Keys.
Absolutely.
Keys.
100%.
Index. All right, tell me what happened.
And when I walked out and didn't immediately get, have the same exact scenario, threw me off a little bit. So I looked around and I saw somebody over here in front of the car and I wasn't sure. So I said hey to him, and that was when the guy over my left, he started talking to me. And once they started asking that question, is that your car? It starts making some alarm bells go off a little bit. You start moving a little bit, and then again, as they start closing in, and
then what
go
happened?
off.
So he asked you about the car, he closed the gap, and at some point, I think he pulls a knife on you, right?
Yep. So he pulled the knife out, and obviously went up, and okay, cool. I'm real slow, gonna go towards my keys, and once I saw that moment, I booked it straight off to the side, and I was able to draw and get a couple of rounds down on him.
Did he get you with the knife at all?
I don't think so, but.
No, he says he didn't. I can see him shaking his head. All right, so he threw the keys, you bolted. At what point did you realize he was coming after you?
Well, I got a couple of feet away and I turned around and realized he's still coming, and that was a good time to, and that was when I think I already had my gun drawn at that point.
Fantastic there. Okay, so if you could do anything different, would you do it?
No.
Based on what you saw and how it turned out,
I don't think I would have done anything different in that situation.
So the bad guy noticed that you started hooking. You still got shots on target. You were out ahead of him, and you didn't get cut. So to me, that's a win.
Yeah.
So it's just an option. You only really had two ways to go. I figured you were either going to go out and around him or this way, and you did. And you went this way, and you went tight. You took the mirror with you. And I was thinking, that's great. It's a rental car, not a problem. So let me ask you a question. You said this is the best way. Is there a best way to do a scenario?
Never.
Right. Can't say never, because someday there might be a fantastic way, but yeah, I mean, there's no one way to skin this cat. Yep. You did a good job. We talked about something, hopefully for the people that watch First Person Defender, we gave them an idea, a thought, because they're thinking, I mean, if we hadn't talked about bolting like that, what would you do if you're pinned against your car?
I have no idea. I probably, at that moment, who
Go
knows
hand
what
to
I
hand.
might have done.
Grab for the knife, right? Go fight for the knife. And that's probably not the best thing unless you're really skilled and you're not afraid of getting cut.
And that could have been an option too. Had he had me back into a corner, that would have been one of my only options, really.
Yeah, well, when there's no other option, yeah, sometimes you got to choose the bad one.
If you carry a gun, you need legal protection. The United States Concealed Carry Association can offer that to you, legal protection in case you have to protect yourself or your family with your gun. Fact of the matter is, you could be dealing with civil and criminal charges, and you need someone who's been there before. We worked out a deal with them. Click the link below to find out more information and start getting legal protection for yourself and your family. Hey, you just watched FPD, and we have a bunch of other stuff that you can find out about all the cool gun stuff we're doing at Gun Talk. So, Facebook, if you like to hang out where your parents hang out, or YouTube, if you like snarky comments and being an expert on everything anonymously. Instagram, if you just like to look at pictures. Also, guntalk.com. Also, the free Gundealio app. Also, guntalktv.com and Gun Talk TV app. You can watch all of our videos there. But wait, also Gun Talk Podcast. We got one of the best podcasts out there, so check it out. Lots of different stuff. Check out all the Gun Talk stuff.